Hey everybody, it's Lauren from Hot for Food, and guess what we're doing today? Recipe? Well, you already knew that because you saw the title, but it's about time we did a recipe because I've got a lot of food in my fridge. I've been testing, cooking, shooting cookbook photos, and I have a lot of stuff in there. I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of already thought about what I need to use, but regardless, this is where I rummage through my fridge, I see what I have, I come up with an idea, and then I make a recipe without writing it down or knowing really what I'm doing. At this point, I pretty much know how to cook good, cook well, so I know what I'm doing, and for the most part, these always turn out really great, and we get some really neat ideas. So let's go take a looky look through the fridge. Okay, let's give you a full picture of what's happening in here. Always pretty much full of stuff. This is really weird and it might not even be good anymore, but this is like batter for our cauliflower wings that I had to measure, but I didn't use it. I thought maybe I could just batter something else with it. I don't think these are good anymore, but these are the roasted poblano peppers that I used a while back. Now, here's what I really wanted to use. You know our poboy sandwich, oyster mushroom poboy? Well, I have oyster mushrooms marinating in that marinade for that recipe because I was supposed to remake it and shoot a photo of it, and I just didn't do that. So we have to use these, and I already had an idea. What I wanted to do is take the oyster mushroom poboy marinated mushrooms, which you all know how to make because you've made that recipe, I'm sure. But we're gonna double batter them like fried chicken. Then we're gonna fry them. Then we're gonna put buffalo sauce on them, and they're gonna be fried buffalo oyster mushrooms. I saw this on Instagram from a restaurant. I don't remember what restaurant, but it was definitely in the United States, and so I'm going to copy it. I obviously don't know their recipe, but we're gonna do our our breading that we did on the naked chicken chalupa, and we're gonna do it to these guys. And then hopefully it will be tasty with buffalo sauce and pickles and maybe like ranch and I don't know, drizzled over top. So this is a little bit more developed than I normally do a recipe because I already thought of this idea. I just really need to use these things up. Whatever, now you know something else you can do with a recipe on our site, right? So I think what we should do, because these have gotten quite watery, is put them in the other batter because it's thicker. And we'll just let those sit in there for now. This looks disgusting. You know how we do, we deep fry all the time. You need a big pot, you need your vegetable oil. This is sunflower oil, by the way. You need a good 2 or 3 inches in there. Good. I'm pretty sure you've seen this and I've mentioned it before, but you need a deep frying thermometer because you never want your oil to get too hot. That's how we have problems and fires. So it's good to just have one of these clip-on ones. So we're gonna do the flour with lots of spices to make it real tasty and fried chicken-like. Because this is a recipe, I'm not measuring anything. I'm just gonna eyeball this whole thing. If you're just gonna wing this as well, you want things like chili powder, paprika, a bit of cumin, a bit of celery salt, pepper. I like adding a bit of cinnamon, and I like adding a little bit of allspice. Sage, basil, oregano. You can pretty much throw anything into this batter and it's gonna taste good. Oh, look what I have, guys. Poultry seasoning. That covers like 7 spices right there. So add some flour to a bowl. You're gonna need quite a bit because you're double breading. And then let's just go right in with the poultry seasoning. Do some chili powder, smoked paprika, celery salt, sea salt, pepper. I'm gonna add some coriander. We're gonna add onion powder and garlic powder and just a little bit of cinnamon. Combine this all really well. All right, 355, 365 is a good safe range actually for frying these things, I think. And just be careful because mushrooms have a lot of water content, so they are gonna splash a little bit more than normal. We're gonna double batter. You're gonna take an oyster mushroom from the wet batter and place it in the dry batter. You wanna have like a wet hand and a dry hand. and back in the wet batter. Make sure it's really well coated when you're doubling up, and then back in the flour. Okay, and then you take your little thingy thing and you plop it in the oil. You should put a rack over a baking tray, and that's where you're gonna let your little guys rest. I just did enough so that I could make a portion of food, but I had a few more, but it was getting real messy. Really try to find bigger oyster mushrooms, which you can. Not king oysters, but actual oyster mushrooms in clusters. You can get ones that are like really quite big and trumpet-like. I think that would work better for this, but either way, they look amazing. They look like fried chicken. They're crispy. And really, I'm gonna keep this really simple today. I'm just gonna like drizzle the buffalo sauce over top, the hot sauce, drizzle the ranch over top, and then add some pickles. And like, that's it, guys. Are you ready for the buffalo oyster mushrooms? Oh my God! This was the fastest, most delicious recipe I've ever made. Mmm. I really liked the drizzle of hot sauce as opposed to like deeply coating them in the sauce, but you can do whatever you want. Mmm. It gets me so pumped up. All right, hopefully you like that recipe. I mean, this is like a recipe hybrid. Cauliflower buffalo wing batter, oyster mushrooms from our poboy. You know what? You don't need to do the marination of the mushrooms. I think you can just let them sit in the cauliflower wing batter and then do the double breading fry thing, because I don't think you needed that first marinade. I don't think it really makes much of a difference once you cover it all with all this seasoning and breading anyways. And yeah, bigger mushrooms, get bigger mushrooms. I'm gonna try this again with big pieces, but I mean, it's delicious, it's amazing. I'm double dipping. Okay. Oh, wait a sec. We'll do this again some other time, a recipe, but I'm here every Wednesday cooking for you, showing you how to make awesome vegan food, so subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Follow us on social media at Hot4Food and sign up for our newsletter for exclusive subscriber-only recipes. The link is in the description, so you can sign up, give me your email, confirm that email, and then you'll get a newsletter pretty much like every week, every 2 weeks. I mean, basically whenever I feel like it, because I'm the boss. Okay, see you guys later. Love you all. Peace.